Solar Guitars, what the are you doing? Now, before I say another word, this is nothing but a positive video, but that was my initial response and reaction to when I first saw what I'm about to unveil to you guys, in case you haven't seen it. You probably have, but just in case, let's catch up to speed, all right? So this morning, it is Friday, September 5th, and I woke up this morning around, I don't know, like 6:30, something like that, bright and early, and the first thing that I see on my phone, I roll to the side, check my phone like we all do, I'm sure. And the first thing that popped up literally was Ola England's post and/or Solar Guitars' post showcasing a new guitar. And I literally had to do like the cartoon thing with my eyes. I couldn't fathom and I couldn't comprehend what I was looking at. I'll put up the post right here, but I'm also on the Solar Guitars' website. Let's unveil let's check out the unveiling together, okay? So while I'm pulling this up, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. This channel is awesome. I love it. Obviously, it's mine. I really appreciate you guys. Like and comment and let me know your thoughts and opinions on these two new guitars from Solar Guitars, okay? So I'm on the Solar Guitars' website, very familiar with this website. I love Solar Guitars. I think what Ola and the team are doing is fascinating, and it's just cool to see them continuously push the brand and not necessarily take over the market, but they're certainly really heavily in the market. They've got their hooks in there, and people seem to really dig Solar Guitars. You know what I mean? All right, new, far left, we have two Solar Guitars headless guitars. These are the H2.6C and H2.7C. I'm going to assume C stands for carbon matte black, if I had to guess. Let's take a look right here. Carbon black. Okay, yeah, sure. So I was correct. Check it out, everybody. So these are from the 2 series. And in my opinion, that makes a lot of sense because the 1 series versus the 2 series, in case you guys are unfamiliar with Solar Guitars, 1 series guitars are the more high-end, expensive, and more thrown at them, right? And the 2 series are still professional quality grade instruments, but they're more affordable and not as much fancy stuff going on. So check it out, everybody. We have a Solar Guitars headless, and it's a multi-scale, and it looks, how does it look to me? I think it looks pretty sick, and I'm only holding back my thoughts and my immediate gut reaction because I'm not really sure how to feel. It feels so weird and wrong, dare I say, that Solar Guitars has a guitar that looks like this. But what I love about it is if you look at the horns, or the wings, whatever you want to call them, it has like those bevels, those cutaways that is very similar and iconic for the Solar Guitars, especially in the Type A guitars that Solar Guitars always has. So they did it, man. They made a headless guitar. And before we check out the specs, the reason why it's so shocking, I guess, to me is because it's not 2018, 2019 anymore. And this is my own naive opinion, but I want to ask you guys because I certainly don't know. I barely know anything. I barely know how to tie my shoes. But are headless guitars still in? Maybe they are, and maybe I'm way off. But I feel like that was like a fad of the late 20-teens. Like I said, 2017, 18, 19, even 2020. In 2025, 6-string baritones or baritone guitars in general is like the new fad, we'll say. But a few years ago, it was 8-string multi-scales and headless guitars, or a combination of all 3. Headless 8-string multi-scale guitars. So to see Solar Guitars do this, it's interesting, man. And I will say this and take the time to say this. Congrats to Solar Guitars, and congrats on the release, but also congrats on taking a shot, just going for it. And that's one thing I really always have really appreciated with Solar Guitars is Ola and the team, they just seem to do more or less whatever they want. You know what I mean? They'll try anything and everything. There's nothing really off the table with Solar Guitars, and I really respect that and appreciate that as a fan of guitar instruments and a fan of guitar music. And it all makes sense. Bolt-on construction, it's arguably more affordable to make. Bolt-ons are typically less expensive than neck-throughs and stuff like that, stereotypically. Yeah, man, it looks like your Legadors, your Strandbergs, your Kiesels, your Ibanezes, it's Solar's rendition, and it's just so weird. It looks like a mock-up. It looks like AI. It looks like a Photoshop Solar guitar, but it's real, and it's just so cool in a way, like for better or for worse, whether you like it or not. It's just so cool to see Solar Guitars and say, fuck it, dude. Like, we're going to do it too. You know what I mean? So they're available now for only $600. $599 for a professional guitar is so awesome, dude. It's almost worth it to me to buy one right now just so I can get in on it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a headless guitar player and I'm not a multi-string guitar player, or pardon me, multi-scale guitar player. But that price point alone is so enticing. So if somebody really like wants a headless guitar, like that's their thing, I see no reason why these won't sell out immediately, because that price point is so unbelievably awesome and like incredibly competitive, I guess we'll say. So I'm going to assume that all the specs are what you would expect from the 2 Series. I haven't checked these out, by the way. So like nickel frets, Duncan Solars, 24.5 to 25.5. Okay, interesting. A very, very conservative and short multi-scale. So they're going in the sense of like covering Fender scale lengths and Gibson scale lengths. They're combining the two. They're not taking like, say, a Fender scale length, 25.5 on the bottom, or the high strings, I should say, and then taking the low strings and making it like 26.5, 27, something like that. So these guitars, in my opinion, are meant to live around like, you know, your standard guitar tuning all the way down to like, we'll say, you know, drop B or drop A or something like that. Purple Heart fretboard material. Interesting. It's not ebony. Ooh, okay. I don't really know what to make of that, but fretboard material is Purple Heart, not ebony, and it's interesting because ebony is a little bit more fragile than other wood, so I wonder if Purple Heart's a more durable thing, and I'm naive to the fact that if Solar Guitars is doing Purple Heart on all their guitars anymore. That's something to keep in mind. Headless locking nut, okay, 14-inch fretboard radius, 24 frets, pearloid dots, nickel frets, basswood body, okay. Solar Modern El Nico 5. Okay, so I've never even heard of these. Man, I haven't really been on the Solar Guitars as much as I used to be. Solar Modern El Nico 5. Okay, they are passive pickups, but they're not the Duncan Design Solar Guitars. I don't like the Duncan Design Solar Guitar pickups, I don't think. It's what you would expect. Oh, another thing interesting here is made in China too, so that's probably why they're a lot more affordable. They're not made in Indonesia. Shout out Indonesia. Obviously a very sentimental country of mine anymore. But they're not made in Indonesia or Korea or anything like that. Made in China. Very, very interesting. Not a bad thing, because some of the best guitars I've ever played came from Indonesia, China. Like, it's kind of irrelevant. You know, the stereotype is like made in USA, made in Korea, made in Japan, made in Sweden. Like, those are like the good guitars. But, dude, anything's good anymore. Really, really cool, man. I'm really proud of Solar Guitars, and I'm proud of Ola, man. Like, they took a shot, they went for it. And, you know, headless guitars are so polarizing, but whether or not you agree or disagree, you have to respect the hustle and respect the willingness to try something new, something fresh. And that's another thing that I always love about Solar Guitars, man. You never know what you're going to get. It's like Forrest Gump, right? They always seem to just continuously put out something new, and they go for it. They try prototypes, they try the what's that called, like the cut shop or whatever, like where they burn guitars, and like, you know what I'm talking about, like those like 1 Series that are like prototypes or like have like crazy finishes. They have the really specced out made in Europe guitars. They're always trying something. The Type X was a big deal a few years ago. Yeah, you guys know what I'm trying to say. Really cool, man. We have the 7-string as well, and I'm going to assume it's the exact same thing. I'm just curious about the scale length. 25.5 to 26.5. Interesting. So they're going very conservative with the scale length. A 7-string multi-scale, in my relatively decent understanding and experience in R&D, they kind of go from 25.5 to 27 to get that baritone scale length. So they are rather conservative and rather short. We also have the same pickups. The fretboard radius is a little bit different here. I think the other one's 14. This one's 16 if my eyes serve me well. Made in China as well. Cool, man. Dude, super sick. Solar Guitars was founded by real musicians who travel the globe and make a living understanding the difficulty moving through the world with an instrument in hand. The new Type H guillotine headless travel guitar was created for those who want to travel. Okay, so they're going for like portability, compact. That's the marketing selling point there. Something that doesn't take up a lot of room. And that makes a lot of sense because I have toured with a Flying V this year, and that thing was a bitch to travel with. And I wasn't even taking it on a plane or anything like that. So these guitars, obviously no headstock, not much to the body, very, very compact. Traveling is in mind here. And if you want the Solar brand, you can get that exactly, get the Solar logo, and you're not taking up a lot of room in your trailer. If you're touring on the road, or if you're flying into gigs, you don't need to take a giant Enki or wonky shaped guitar case. Am I a huge die-hard fan of these shapes and this idea? No, and I'm not going to lie to you, but don't let my opinion change how you feel. I'm making this video just because at the fact that I've said many times in this video, it's crazy to see Solar Guitars do something like this. To me, it's like no different than, like, I don't know, if a Gibson or a Fender throws out a headless, because we've never seen that before. We've never seen a headless guitar from Solar Guitars yet. So the fact that they're just doing it and Ola's just like, F it, dude, let's go bowling. You know, it's really cool, man. I'm really, really, really proud of Ola and the team, and proud of Solar Guitars. It's just fun to be a nerd, a dork at heart, a new metal kid at heart, and you just never know what this brand is going to have in store for us. You know what I mean? Really cool. It looks the part. It looks like any of the other competition, and that price point is going to be really, really hard to beat for a professional grade quality instrument. So, as always, I want to turn it over to you guys. What do you guys think of these guitars? What do you think of my thoughts and opinions? No matter what you think, I love you all the same, and I'm just really curious to hear what you guys have to say about these guitars, okay? With that being said, everybody, I love you guys so much. Congrats to Solar, everybody. Take a second, round of applause. And thank you guys so much for taking the time to hang out with me today, okay? I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in a video very, very soon. Later.